Welcome to Aussie Nomad Destinations. Follow us as we caravan our way around Australia. This is Ed and I'm Bec, and we're finding you the best free and budget camp spots Oz has to offer. Fishing, crabbing and hiking our way through this awesome country. For notifications, click subscribe and hit the bell, and that will keep you up to date.
Today we finished our house sit and we are heading to Ransons Beach at Waterhouse Point. Back to the beach we go. It is my happy place. Waterhouse Point is 170 kilometres northeast of Deloraine, or about a 2.5 hour drive. All roads bend in Tassie. This took us near Bridport, so we stopped for lunch and grabbed some bait. We found the 15 kilometres of dirt road pretty good. A few potholes, but not too bad. Ransons Beach is in the Waterhouse Conservation Area. It's only a small camp, maybe enough room for 2 or 3 vans or a 6-pack of camper vans. It's elevated and looks over the bay. It gives good protection from the northeast winds, but if it was an east or a southeast wind, you would get slammed. After a little hiccup, getting the back corner of the caravan hung up in the fence, we spent the next 30 minutes extracting it. A lesson well learnt. Don't direct him too close to structures. The back end of it's got a big swinging butt. We are all set up with great views. There are heaps of wallabies and birds. I can't believe how many flowers are around in winter. These things look like daffodils. There are white ones and yellow ones, and they are everywhere. The sun is out, so off to the beach for some photos. I will drop a few at the end of the video. We are going fishing today out on those rocks. I bought everything for fish tacos. Now we just need the fish. We tried for an hour or so. Ed used bait and I flicked lures, covering all bases. But it's really windy and a tad cold. But no go, not even a bite. It's a tough life when you have the whole beach for yourself. We are loving it. Go the out of season camping. No dinner for you. It's just as well he did get sausages out. The next day it was windy and raining, so we headed to explore the area. The conservation area has a ton of free camping, such as Casuarina Campsites, Waterhouse Point, Mathers and the Village Green. Most were easily accessible, and there were toilets at each camp, except at Ransons, but it was a quick drive over the hill to Casuarina. The weather forecast is predicting 100 to 150 km/h winds and suggested that anyone camping on the beachfront should move. So we are heading inland for a couple of days. So that's it for Waterhouse Point. done and dusted. Off we go to Gladstone. Waterhouse Point is a beautiful area. It's pretty remote, with the closest town being Bridport. We did have internet and phone reception, which we love, but the closest water and dump point is at Bridport, about 40 kilometres away. Gladstone is a tiny town, south of Cape Portland. It has a free campground in a town park. And I would guess you would maybe get 3 vans in here, plus a couple of camper vans. It had toilets, barbecues, a picnic shed and a water tap, and a playground. The town has a hotel and a servo with a general store attached. So if you need anything Pacific, bring it with you. The meals at the pub were good. There is bread and some fruit and veggies and meat, etc. at the servo.
So today we are going out to Musselroe Wind Farm and then out to Cape Portland, and we're going to take you with us and give you a look around.
The roads were pretty good out to Cape Portland. Take the Little Musselroe Road, east of Gladstone. We passed these farmers moving their sheep along the road. That was an experience. Those dogs are so clever. In no great rush, we just sat there and let them pass.
Gateway there, just where that bit of a clearing is there.
The paddocks out here are like green carpet. They really don't look real. You could see the wind farm on the hills in the distance. It's a monster. We aren't camping up here, as we thought it would be windy. You only build a wind farm in very windy areas. It turns out the average wind in the area for the year is 32 knots. We're giving that a miss.
So we have just turned onto the road to Petal Point Village Green Campgrounds, and we're going to go for a whip around there. It's not open at this time of the year, but anyhow, we'll give you a look while we're there. They're massive, aren't they?
There were camping areas set back off the side of the road on the way in. They were pretty private. There is open space on the beachfront, and it's a pretty big campgrounds. It has a toilet block.
So windy. Oh look, number 9 would be good. On a good day, not when it's blowing 100 knot winds. You'd nearly get in there.
Then how is this boat ramp? It's so steep. And I guess if that's all you've got, you just have to use it.
Wow, that's a steep boat ramp. Is that the boat ramp? Holy crap, you wouldn't want to be pulling a boat out of there. Hey? Really? You just stick it in on the rocks? Holy heck. That's pretty wild.
There are 56 of these windmills in the area, all working their little butts off today. It is blowing a gale. It nearly knocked us off our feet. We are heading to the Visitors Information Centre. I asked Ed to stop so I could get a video of this sign, and just as we went to take off, this little wombat ran across in front of us. I was so excited. But this little wombat didn't look so well. We grabbed a couple of photos and headed off. How flippin' big is this? That's Ed standing beside one of the blades of the turbine. It's 44 metres long and the tower itself is 80 metres high. No one cleans the back of it, I checked.
These wombats have got mange. Tasmania, you need to fix up your wombats. What the hell? That is not a happy wombat.
Then we came across this poor little thing. Such a sick little wombat. After doing a Google search, it would seem that mange is a problem with wombats throughout Australia, not just Tasmania. It also sends them blind and deaf and eventually kills them. But with the right care and medication, it can be fixed and their eyes and deafness is restored. I rang the helpline and they are hopefully going to send someone to pick it up, but it's on National Parks land, so they need to talk to them first. My problem is we spend a ton of money on crazy government things, yet these little fellas just need some antibiotics and help. And here it sits, dying under our $1 million wind turbine at $100,000 visitors centre. It is so sad.
So we are at the Wind Turbine Visitors Information Centre, and it would seem that there is 56 of them. They're on 5,500 acres, and they are 80 metres tall, 4.5 metres at the base, and the blades are 44 metres long, and they're massive.
We headed further down the road to the Cape and found Little Musselroe Bay. A pretty little beach. Then we saw this sidetrack down to the river and out of the wind for lunch. Lunch is leftovers from the pub last night. That's Ed down there doing the dishes. I spotted this wombat hole. I'm not sure if anybody's home. Time to head home. The sun is starting to set.
Doing his manly duties, filling up my water tanks. That good boy.
The wind is gone, so off we go again. Fill up water tanks, grab some fuel. Next week we'll be here, Little Stumpy's Bay. It's so pretty. It's another great budget-friendly campgrounds. So that's us for this week. Stay happy. Be kind, love your life, and we'll see you next Sunday at 6 a.m. Oh, and if you have a mini, can you please hit the like and subscribe button? It helps heaps. Thanks.